I think there are three main reasons. And the first reason, the reason number one, is that people don't eat fruit when it's ripe. They don't eat ripe fruit. And you can't fall in love with unripe fruit. Hell, you can't even make a meal of it. When you're not eating ripe fruit, you're not going to fall in love with it and you're going to eat lots of it. You can't eat lots of it. I get hungry if I'm eating slightly underripe bananas because I can only eat one or two and they're not providing me with any sugar. But when the banana ripens up, it looks pretty gnarly on the outside, but it's so much sweeter, it fills me up so much quicker and I can eat more of them. It's so much more enjoyable, you know. You fall in love with ripe fruit. Nobody falls in love with unripe fruit. And here in Thailand, you see them eating green mangoes. You know, they add salt and sugar and spices to their green mangoes. They pick green papayas. They have green papaya salads. You know, they eat green bananas. People eat green bananas and they cook them. They boil them up to help release the sugar. But if you just let them ripen up, it's much, much better. I have two neighbors and I gave them some bananas the other day. I said, here, have these bananas, but wait a week. Wait until next Tuesday before you eat them. And they didn't really understand me, so they took the bananas, they both peeled them and started, before they were going to eat them, I was like, no, I took the bananas out of their hand, threw them in the garbage, and they're like, what are you doing? So I went back, gave them two more bananas and said to wait 7 days. 7 days, wait 7 days. And they got the idea. So 7 days later, the fruit's actually going to be ripe. So that's reason number one. Reason number two is that people lump fruit and vegetables in the same category. So when they think about fruit, they think about broccoli, they think about carrots, they think about lettuce, and these things aren't fruits. So they think like, oh, I can't fill up on fruits. Every time I eat a bunch of salad and carrots and cauliflower and Brussels sprouts, I'm still hungry. And I don't even count fruit vegetables as calories. Vegetables are like anti-calories. You burn more calories eating celery than you actually get from it. Vegetables and fruit, don't lump them in the same category. And non-sweet fruits as well, like zucchini and cucumbers. Yeah, they're fruits, but you really wouldn't fill up on those too much. There's no sugar. Well, I say no sugar. There's very small amounts of sugar. So when you think about fruit, think about ripe fruit. Think about melons. Think about mangoes. Think about bananas. Think about peaches, pears, nectarines, plums, sweet fruit, papayas, good stuff like that. That's fruit. Dragon fruits, pineapples, that's good fruit. Avocados, very high in calories. Durian, very high in calories. Jackfruit, very high in calories. These are the fruits you want to be consuming on a regular basis. I don't consume any super low calorie fruits if it's non-sweet. Unless maybe I grew it myself. Eat a cucumber I grew myself, but I'm not going to go buy a cucumber and eat lots of them. So that's reason number two. People think vegetables are fruits. Vegetables are not fruits. Don't eat too many of them. You're going to take up stomach space without giving yourself any calories. So that's reason number two. Reason number three is that people don't eat a lot of fruit because they can't. I sat down with my friend the other day. He's a very, very fit guy. Eats a lot, you know, eats probably maybe 3,000 calories a day as well. Hardcore athlete. And we sat down and I ate 6 or 7 of these bags of cut up fruit. I had dragon fruit, watermelon, and pineapple. He had 2. He ate 1 and he had to wait like 20 minutes before he could have the other one. Okay? Because his stomach is so used to the cooked food, and when your stomach's used to cooked food, it only has to expand this much. But when you're eating fruit, your stomach has to expand like this much to fit all the volume. And just like a ballerina who takes years to stretch her muscles, it also takes months and months and months to stretch your stomach. So this guy doesn't eat a whole hell of a lot of fruit. He eats quite a bit of fruit, but not a whole hell of a lot like a fruitarian would. So most people simply don't eat a lot of fruit because they can't. This guy fills up on 1 bag of cut up fruit, and he has to wait 20 minutes before he can eat another bag. I ate 7 bags, and I had already eaten my meal before then too. I was just sitting down and eating extra with him. So it's not like I was starving. I was just eating what I felt like, and I could fit so much in my belly. At the end of the night, guys, I have a belly like Buddha. I have a big, big belly. I gotta suck it in when I walk around in public with my shirt off after, because it's just a big, big belly. I go to bed 10 pounds heavier than when I wake up. I wake up 130 pounds, 60 kilos, and I go to bed 140 pounds. 10 pounds I gain in a day. 10 pounds I lose each night. Simply because I'm able to fit that much volume in. But physically, people can't physically eat that much fruit because they haven't given themselves enough time to stretch, to adapt. Because cooked food, you only need to fit in this much. It's so condensed, especially if you add oil. Cooked food is like concentrated calories. But fruit, it's mostly just water and fiber. Where's the calories in that? Well, the calories come with the high volume. So that's why when people see you eat 10 bananas, they're like, are you serious? You're eating all that? Or they see you eat a big salad and they think, you're gonna eat all that? And you're like, it's only 1,000 calories. And then you see them eating a burger and a Coke, and that's like 1,200 calories. But it's so tiny, it's concentrated. So those are the 3 reasons. Quick recap. First reason is people don't eat a lot of fruit because they're not eating it right. Second reason, people don't eat a lot of fruit because they think vegetables are also fruits. They clump the two in the same category. Third reason, people don't eat a lot of fruit because they physically can't fit it in. Physically can't fit it in. That's it. So if you're wondering why people aren't eating fruit, those are probably the 3 reasons why. And it's important just to set the example. If you want other people to eat fruit, just set the example. Don't say anything unless they ask, and always be supportive. Just set the example and support whatever journey they're on. That's all you gotta do. You don't need to tell them too much. Nobody's gonna remember what you say anyway to them. They're just gonna remember how you made them feel. And if you make them feel good and supported and inspired, then they're likely to want to hang around you more, and we become who we hang around, really. So just set the example, guys. Peace. Reason number 2 is that people, and number 3 goes along with number 2 in that, so that's reason number 2. So that's reason number 2. So that's reason number 2.